Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Epic Radio. So refreshing.
Good morning, welcome to the Epic Morning Show where they come to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Today is Thursday, the 26th of October 2023, and Mina Muhammad Jawajinale. Now, this morning on we show, we'll talk about why BECE results on delay and how much impact that it gets on the picking education. Looking to the fact that they should be going to the senior secondary school. But first things first, let's start with the morning message of motivation when I rise. And don't forget, we'll have a lot more on we show here this morning for you. So today I talk about your neighbor. Your neighbor can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. You will have to decide at some point which one you want for me to be. But it's always good for let your neighbor be your best friend, because the relationship between you and your neighbor really can be now a relationship where not so you the create them or not so in the create them, but like it or not, because una two dey near now, you guys have to be friends. Una get for the in each other's business. This go share in problem with in company, this back share in problem with in company. And from time to time, nobody know we know the need in neighbor at some point, no matter how rich you are, because sometimes it's not really about that even. So be good to your neighbor, be respectful, be kind. Like I say, it's always good for make you get your neighbor as a friend rather than as your enemy, because as a friend, your neighbor and your first family, where something happen to you, the first person where they come to you rescue, or where they even come for inquire, now your neighbor. God forbid you fall sick in the middle of the night. Before your family they come on upline or then come on na kisi then campaign you or any side, and the first person will go don't attend to you first. Who go don't deal with that emergency they first. Now your neighbor. So imagine if you are not in good terms with them. And so that's one thing. Your neighbor as well, now your first line of defense. You can see within some areas them who say if in a big compound, all man they watch in company us against thief man or against any other thing. Everybody's keeper in a way as well. And your neighbor sometimes you know this self, then go help many picking or then go help look after them. All of those things now because of the relationship we go get. So try as best as possible. Just be a good person to your neighbor. That's very important, like I say, because when you know the a very important how it treats you where you not there, but it treat you with respect. It will be good to you behind you. Maybe you not come out work it and you begin don't come out school they're hungry. If in don't cook, it go cook. It give you picking them they eat. It go make sure it watch them and not go play too far, or they not left jump till then they unbug themselves. All of these things are good things. And that's why it's very important for make you keep your neighbor as your best friend. For we are Muslims, them there is even a special verses in the Quran or even the Hadith where they give you advice about your neighbor and how much of a responsibility they are to you even. So sometimes if you're not a person where if you get enough food, make sure you check on your neighbor, say himself not sleep hungry, because there are gonna be days we all get dignity. So sometime in the day your neighbor they go through really difficult time and not even cook to themselves. But maybe go shame for can't tell you. But always be the person where also they check as well and make sure are you okay? Is this okay? And where you can help, you go help. Who say you know able help? Well, you know able help. And that's just the good thing for do. So everywhere Usai meet only for example and some other people them as well, you try for make your neighbor as an extended family, like it or not. And that's the good way to go. So even when you know the day again, this is a family where you don't get, and one day you might cross path again in life, and they can be helpful to you, you can be helpful to them. So try as best as possible for be a good person to your neighbor. And no say it not easy, because if you did some side and they some other neighbor, then they then get rikishi, some them get bad out, some go Congo sa and all of that. Then in order for done, you get for meet up neighbor them we really nosy, where they knows always the inside business, and not just the inside business where you confide in them, that they tell other people them as well. But that is just the flaws that comes with human relationships. So now you get for manage that relationship and make sure say you are just good. So even when you're not there, all man no go left sit down, for example, they can't broke you the more than if they, and then where you can as the old man say, hey, I not see there, and I not been there today self, I don't know what happen. So these are the things you should avoid. This is the Epic Morning Show.
In a world where only the sharpest minds survive, Cowbell Dairy Products is delighted to present the Cowbell Capucines Challenge, a remarkable inter-secondary school quiz competition that brings Freetown secondary schools together to compete for the ultimate prize. The theme for this competition is nurturing the spirit of patriotism through civic education. This isn't your average quiz. It's an extraordinary showdown of intellects and wits. Who will claim the coveted grand prize and of course those all-important bragging rights? Get ready for a whirlwind of challenging questions, exhilarating rounds, and moments that will leave you in awe. As if that's not enough, we have fantastic prizes like trophy, cash, and Cowbell products up for grabs. It's not just a competition, it's a celebration of knowledge and talent. Mark your calendars for November 16 and 17, 2023 at the FPC Multipurpose Hall beginning at 9 a.m. sharp daily. Come cheer for your school, support your friends, and be part of the excitement. Cowbell Capucines Challenge, engaging hearts, equipping minds. Proudly sponsored by Cowbell. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
Epic Radio 99.2. It's so refreshing.
All right, this one we'll talk about the delay. About BECE results. BECE results were supposed to be out by the end of September. It's almost the end of October now, and those results are not out. And how much impact that gets on learning, and why that particular result they don't delay. And beginning with BECE this year, support for start the new SSS curriculum, and that is something where as well they play into all of this. And if the result not come out, it means they already done lost 1 month into the new academic year, and they are going to struggle a bit for catch up really with the new subjects that are being introduced in the new streams them as well, who side and get for fend themselves. And as well, it puts a lot of pressure on the educational system. So this is something we're going to have a conversation about. So stay with me when we come next. But also waiting this also to represent is the slipping of standards, really, in the Ministry of Education. Because this is not just the one issue yet. This is a year as well where the portal we've been there for let people and check results there for free has been down, has been faulty. Whether it's faulty or they have an arrangement to TAEC for let them begin collect money back for scratch card, that is something we will be discussing this morning. Stay with you. When we come next, we'll have Augustine Campbell from the Education for All Coalition, Augustine Bami Anthony as well from Ministry of Education, and we're hoping to get Reverend Victor Davis, Head of Private Schools in Sierra Leone, for discuss all of this impact on the educational system. Alright, don't forget, the Epic Carnival is coming up December 16. Namora it's on field, so a lot of enjoyment. All team mix, really. We have all sort of music, all sort of foods, all sort of drinks, and every one of us here will be there as well. So now time for let we all go see ourselves. It's been almost 3 years now we've been doing this, so it's about time for me to see ourselves face to face. So come out there, and if you love Epic Radio, you have to be part of this carnival December 16. You don't get any excuse. We're telling you now, so book it on your calendar as well. So you come out, let's all get fun. For us, this is not just a carnival. This now also a way for me to raise money and help, of course, sustain our operation. Running a radio is very expensive, so for everybody out there with like Epic Radio, if you buy a ticket, you are actually contributing to us for me to continue for bringing you all the good programs that you love so much. So whether you're born December, whether you're born November, or you're born October, we have the birthday bash is back. And of course, the Batrats organizers, you know how we do it. We've been away for a while now, but when you come out on December 23 in a beach cafe, you're going to enjoy a lot of fun, a lot of music, big cakes then for cuts as well, a lot of celebration for your loved ones then. So if you miss for celebrate somebody in birthday or someone's birthday is already coming, then it's an opportunity for me to all gather at Beach Cafe on December 23rd as well. Now we beach party event. Of course, you get for meet all these celebrities and we wanna share the same birthday. Popular people as well, including you as well, will make you feel special. So tickets will be out soon, and so don't worry about that. December 23. So mark that. It's just a week after that big carnival day. All right, so let's move straight into business because Carl Sierra Leone, with support from the UNDP, decided for review and validate the Correctional Service Act of 2014. Correctional Service now in Pademba Road and so many other prisons across the country they under. This now for make sure say the inmates them where they get the best treatment where they deserve in line with UN human rights standards them, and also foresee the challenges and what the correctional service they get. Teresa Thomas been put this report together.
Center for Accountability and Rule of Law, Carl Sierra Leone, where one pandem role now for foster human rights through accountability, don't hold 2 days retreat with stakeholders for validate the proposed amendment to the Sierra Leone Correctional Services Act 2014. The executive director of Carl Sierra Leone, Ibrahim Tomi, in an opening statement, give an overview of the validation process.
I'm extremely happy that we have received the cooperation of the institutions that I just mentioned, and I'm sure that over the next 2 days, all of us will actively participate in reviewing the draft law. It's supposed to be a new law, but as you know, there is a 2014 Correctional Services Act. It is that act that has been revised with the view to making the law really responsive to the needs of everyone who is associated with that, or with the, in the interest of inmates, our correctional services officers, and to ensure that Sierra Leone complies with its obligations under international law. So we have a huge task as a collective to ensure that we look at these provisions, especially the proposed changes, and come up with, of course, we have the liberty to recommend further changes. That's why we are meeting. It's a validation session. If we do not agree with some of the provisions or proposed provisions, we can say so. If we think that there are other ways of making them better, making them more responsive, we have a chance over the next 2 days to make those proposals.
Ali BECE, when at the Senior Rule of Law and Human Rights Officer, UNDP, talk about the number of interventions and preference to the inmates then concerned to the Sierra Leone Correctional Services.
We have been supporting a number of interventions and regarding a people-centered, inmate-centered approach to reforming the SLCS institution. We have been supporting the inmate earning scheme. The inmate earning scheme basically is intended to facilitate the successful reintegration of inmates upon the expiration of their term. We have also supported the development of a curriculum, for technical staff of the SLCS so that they will in turn train the inmates in Mafanta, Magroka, and also Kenima Correctional Services. Today we are here to support the review and validation of the 2014 SLCS Act. And of course that particular act is important in itself because it initiated the reform process from prisons to correction. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we review this document today, I want to encourage you all to give preference, to inmates unit's concerns, human rights issues, human rights approach, and the management of the correctional services. We have to pay cognizance, give cognizance to critical governance issues, gender issues, and representation, accountability, and a right base. And above all, in our consideration in the review process, we should leave no one behind.
The Acting Director General of the Sierra Leone Correctional Services, Colonel S.S. Masakoi, may start for talk about the gaps them where they inside the 2014 Act, supports to inmates and also the hospital where the correctional service no get since day one.
The 2014 Act has so many gaps and there are legal challenges in the Act. It is very important to note that the inmates the correctional center sees the inmates as our work to be centered on inmates, and we should be ready to support the inmates in terms of their welfare, in terms of their rehabilitation, reintegration into society. So whilst we are going through this review, let us please take into cognizance those things so that when they come out of our centers, when they go back into society, they will be useful to society. They will not commit crimes they have committed before coming into the center. So we have to think about that. And the review, we should also think about the welfare of the correctional officers, because that is key. They are faced with so many dangers, especially if you have inmates that are very, very violent. It is very necessary to look into the welfare of the correctional officers, because they are faced with so many dangers. One thing like the health of inmates and health of correctional officers. It may interest you to know that since correctional center was created, they don't have a hospital on their own, just like we have for the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces or SLP. We have to move prisoners anytime we have them to either Connaught Hospital or 34-minute hospital, and their security is paramount for us. So let us think about that. Let us think about what we can do that will make the correctional center very, very useful and up to international standard.
It continue for talk about the challenges na the 2014 Act of the Sierra Leone Correctional Services, and also may end up for make some recommendations.
The next thing I want to touch on is the Act doesn't give power too much to the head of the correctional service. Everything is to counsel. So even dealing with disciplinary issues is a problem. Some people can go on what we call long leave without absence, but dealing with those issues, you have to wait for years. When council meets, that's the time you can take action. So let us look into that, and let us also look at the structure of the correctional service to meet international standards. Let us look at the overcrowding. The justice sector, they are doing their level best, but let us give the inmates speedy trial so that they can have justice. Justice delayed is justice denied.
The representative from the Legislative Committee na Parliament mean talk say a glad for the part of this process here, so as this go make them work easy where this to go reach na Parliament. For Epic Morning Show, me na Teresa Thomas the report.
Yo, family on a cabo, this is CJ Mark. I get the mojo. Feel me? Biggest carnival, all team mix. When I all come, let me come mix. Will it take place on the 16th of December at Moriton Field. Everybody to go jam and party and have fun. I get for Diddy, all the big artists of the Diddy. Everybody matter I get for Diddy. So please show up, okay? Epic Carnival, December 16th, now Moriton Field. You know, show some love.
Hey, what up? It's your favorite singer. Guess what, my family? Epic Radio get big samba for me. Then they come up with a big time carnival right now the Moriton Field, December 16th. Then tag them Ulti Mix. So of course, we say for the local rock pala. Agbado, big up.
All right, let's get straight into this conversation this morning. With me, I get Augustine Campbell. Good morning, Augustine.
Good morning, Jawad. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, Sierra Leone.
Under the work around education, what's now a concern regarding the delay of the results so far for BECE?
Not just we working around education, now a concern for all parents, a concern for all citizens, because already academic year, before the academic year, they start the Ministry of Education, by extension, the government of Sierra Leone don't put out timeline for every semester or for every academic year. And me and you all know for say now, Peking then already don't miss the first term. And if this Peking area, they go SS1 and the SS1 syllabus, and now we are starting a new curriculum, a new syllabus in Sierra Leone, where it don't start, where even we not get adequate infrastructure, we not get adequate teachers, and the Peking already they don't miss one first term then we are starting on a very, very challenging footing for everybody within around education, for all citizens. And so it's a very, very disturbing. Yes, the government don't do very well for within the past period for ensure for say results and are being released. I mean, on time, as compared to previous times and when results will be released in a salon. So this is a very, very big concern for even how parents go planned. We all know the economic crisis, the economic challenges where they face Sierra Leone, where they face the world. So this is a very, very big situation.
There is also a concern, like what you say, I mean, in latter years, government on the try for the result, they come up quick, try they picking them within the SS1, but they almost miss the entire first term. That, to a very large extent, was rectified over the last few years. But is this because Senge don't leave the ministry? It looks like, say, the standards are dropping, because this is not just one case. You also get a case where, say, the portal where people have the access results for free is still faulty.
I don't think for say Senga is not the system within the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education gets staff and get helps and way they operate. I mean, if Senga don't left the ministry and we get a challenging situation, then we need for come back again and for recarry. We look at almost all the system when they say don't put in place. So me not think for Senga.
And not true, but enough for BECE in the system. But if you don't left there now, that system will build, it should be sustained.
It should be sustained. So if you left the system will be sustainable, then that system will not be really built around for within the Ministry of Education. Maybe it will be built around himself. So I mean, himself need for come back again and see how do we make sure for say this pathway will be built, how it will be sustainable. So if that happen, I mean that good for any institution, good for any system. The moment he left, things then begin for collapse. So well, I'm not going to say collapse. We begin for see some little backlash. But I think for say the ministry they try for do so many things, and at this particular starting point, we all know for say for the SS1 they start a new curriculum and it require plenty planning works in. And so these are some of the challenges. I mean, we get further conversation. The ministry try everything possible for main results and be released even before the close of this October month here would happen.
Well, October, we have 5 days now, give or take in October, so fingers crossed for that. But how much of a strain is it going to be? Because we get new curriculum now with the weights for them picking their new subjects, up to 75 of them across different streams, 5 different streams. How we get for work on that integration day if we don't already lost 1 month on the academic year?
And from looking at education for all, we work around education, we think for say as a result of this particular year, the ministry foresee then new SS1 there, how they go extend even the holiday time so that they go able to catch up. We need to prepare a catch-up time for them because, as you just mentioned, this is a new curriculum where they start, new syllabus, and even now they develop topics outlines and try for even get subject specialists for them, specific subjects and all thing new, and the beginning almost on late 1 term. So government think for see the time where they be set out for May first term and then go even extend, then begin they may not get holiday. Though it is challenging, but these are some of the compromise we all can pay for make we be educated, for make we catch up. And systems are always challenged.
What is the reason? Is there a reason where perhaps through an investigation and say why the results might have been delayed?
And the results might have been delayed, the reasons, and we try to get to the 1 year. So then say they could get into it, they don't even come with any concrete actions or response to that. So we still look forward to that. So but I don't want for preempt anything at the public right now as it is, but then tell you for say results will be released before the close of this month here. You know, pinpoint any specific reason, though then say they get some other challenges, but come out clearly on the challenges and how they go get the result released. And this is a very, very big concern for Sierra Leone and for we all. And I'm happy that until we colleague, we work directly with the Ministry of Education, Bami Anthony go there with you, so he go speak to that more concretely for we all, for listeners then.
And we just really talk about our transition and the difficulty with going into a new stream and all of that. How much of a support you think, say, parents them as well get for being that transition process for the BECE student them?
And not only even the transition period. Parents, and we all know for say we picking and going to school, how many hours they spend at school? 4 or 5 hours and they spend at school. So any parents where you think say, they provide an extra support for you picking, you need to provide for monitor you picking, then you picking learning itself will always be challenged. This is not just for this SS1 year. Should be within the whole schooling circle, the whole academic circle. You for always there in how you provide the job. If when I make always say schools now the second home and the first home now the parents say they come out. And if that environment not safe and conducive for that parent, for that picking the for me a land again, then the performance with parents want for me that picking get na school, go happen. So that one day it's a two-side approach. So we expect for say, yes, we ask government we want good results, we want more picking and get good results. And if you picking getting a good result, start with yourself as a parent at home.
And the concern where a lot of people can get now that when the results finally come out, then get for spend maybe a week or two more for place them picking them in different schools as well. So sometimes what you can see some private school they do picking away sit BECE as here open no more they begin SS1 where then results come out and just they continue now. Unlike government school. So sometimes perhaps that's why they are ahead.
Yeah, these are some of the learning we think for say we always recommend to the Ministry of Education when we do our development partners meetings and for say there are great learning is where they can learn from private schools, though even always make you always say private school is not the best, the approach way they use because
the result they show.
Yes, it is not the best. Education is about equity and equality, and private schools then what they are about is about profit making. And at the end of the day, any education which center around profit making, it continue for exacerbate the inequality. We will always talk against. Make a come again. We will always talk against, and we don't want any education system where you picking, where you able to afford that particular school, then you picking able to go there, even though you picking get the grade, you even get the marks, but you able to go there. So, but they ask always government for make sure for say with public school they at par with private schools. And waiting, may I tell you the skills which private school they do. Then poach. What is it poaching? Then poach the best students from BECE, they poach the best student from NPSC, take these few best students then at the schools then, so at the end of the day, citizens then, when they see 1 picking, 2 picking, 5 picking, doing well at that particular school day, and they come top, they say this private school they do well. But now this picking area, most of them, if you trace them, this picking area we are prepared by public schools. And these private schools there, when results come on, then you go to even to the point to the parents and say you pick with the Guinean scholarship.
Which because is not a crime.
It is not a crime. But I tell you for saying we have so much good things in where the public school they offer, and we not provide time for talk about how the good of public schools. May you know for say if we allow private sector take with schools, you know what's going to happen? The poverty what they talk about will they continue for deepen the poverty, because at the end of the day, that poor mommy where they under way one may picking land, may picking a quality education, you know go get them. So that is a conversation. I'm not saying anything against private schools, but that is the conversation we know for really deeply buy into them.
The thing is, take for example this BECE situation now. So public schools are always trying to be, private schools are always trying to be ahead, which you can't blame them for. So they no say they don't let them pick in a loss that 1 month. Whilst then they wait for results. In this case, even don't pass that. So then they let them pick in and go SS1, start the curriculum early. Whereas public schools, they have to wait. So you can't quite blame them. They're not already prepared the bed for let them pick in and excel. Whereas in government schools, they are just waiting.
Nightmaker say there are good things in where government school, where Ministry of Education maybe need for learn from private schools, and that is just one thing you don't mention. I mean, we get continuous assessment where it happen for JSS3, and if government the schools that they provide those continuous assessments and plus or minus, you know, for say you pick it on 6 for the schools here. I mean, we need for also, and even though that teacher wey dey teach na SS1, e teach e not teach, when the month done, government dey pay am salary. So we also need for see how do we provide while waiting for result, then pikin dem start learning. And these are conversation I think for say government also for start for think about them. So the end of the day, it no go be too difficult for catch up. Then pikin wey don lost time then.
Because when you look at the school system, NPSC, the one wey they see to us, now BECE no more they wait for results while school they go on.
Yeah.
I mean, the one wey they see to us, the results don't come on, they don't do processing, and can meet up for going to college first semester, clear. NPSC as well, and they meet up for going to the new academic year. So now BECE no more they get this problem that they have to wait whilst results come on, and then company they learn. And so every time they go now, they get for catch up. And you they see where December they come, they squeeze everything just for make sure say then catch up with waiting already they don't lose.
Yeah, and that's they even challenge some of the results we don't make. Now, for example, we talk about out of schools, we talk about teenage pregnancy. When not picking student at us 1, 2, 3 months, 4 months in a go school, we get gender-based violence where they almost a day at community on your way to school, a day everywhere. And that picking they go school for 2, 3 months where you sit on. That picking, particularly girl picking then, if you don't take time, the issue, the challenge, pregnancy, even though picking can go school now where pregnant, but then we don't want that to happen for we picking then. That go even give a role to that. So those conversations, those suggestions, those things the way they happen from private school, that should be a very good learning for we education system. Wherein, I mean, when people is then they wait for results, they can start in SS1. If you make her up, you continue with your SS1. If you don't make her up, you go down back to your JSS and receipt. I mean, that's a good planning system because we all know for say, every SS schools then get class for SS1.
Because the question
they get
now,
class for SS1 and the Ministry of Education, that teacher will teach SS1, unless if he done 2 months and not teach, he or she gets in pay.
But for SS1, the reason why it is also complicated is if you sit MPSC, na exit exam from primary school. If you sit WAS, na exit exam from secondary school. Whereas BECE na a transition exam into senior secondary school. So there is always this problem, what if these students they transition to another school? Let's say it sits in a government technical, but a PO actually put for. And if they say now let them continue to SS1, that SS1 they let continue in a technical where results come on, a CC, a get PO mark, a transfer go PO or what? How do you think it can be done?
And this a conversation we just start now, but this is a conversation where we not even sit down, take time for sit down over radio for discuss. And this is a conversation the Ministry of Education can bring education stakeholders and the principals who all sit down together. How do we resolve this challenge? And that's one way when schools and even then go provide answers to us. But we need to forget those conversations. How do we solve it? Because if we think for say we they miss 1 month, we they miss 2 months, and that is challenging for our picking, and in the effect we gains that they make. And we all know for say some of the indicators around education, yes, enrollment a massive, we almost did at 98%. That's right now in Sierra Leone. But for men picking and transit from JSS to SS, particularly girls, then there is a huge dropouts. And some of the issues, the way they're responsible for those dropouts, they 9 way they talk about. So when picking the sit down na home then 1 month, 2, 3 months, particularly girl picking then, and then girl picking and they, we all know when girl picking they within that particular age bracket, 15, 16, 17, it is challenging for every parent for men controller. And we need to get a deeper conversation. How do we get a clear mechanism for response to then thing there as education is then.
If you just join, this is the Epic Morning Show. We are talking about the delay in the BECE results. We still expect Ministry of Education for be here with us. They consented to appearing. So stay with me. We'll be right back after this break.
Do you want to put a smile on your relative's face? Do you want to settle your business partners who stay abroad? Then, here's a perfect way to send money in and out of Sierra Leone. With BNB, you can now easily send money to Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Canada, and many more with the best rate. BNB is a remittance company that helps you send and receive money anytime and anywhere. Beneficiaries receive the money by cash pickup, bank deposit, or mobile wallet. You can visit any BNB branch nationwide or download the BNB Cash app from App Store or Play Store. For more information, contact our customer service at 072-500-000. With BNB, money transfer is at your doorstep.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
So creamy, so good.
In a world where only the sharpest minds survive, Cowbell Dairy Products is delighted to present the Cowbell Capucines Challenge, a remarkable inter-secondary school quiz competition that brings Freetown secondary schools together to compete for the ultimate prize. The theme for this competition is nurturing the spirit of patriotism through civic education. This isn't your average quiz. It's an extraordinary showdown of intellects and wits. Who will claim the coveted grand prize and of course those all-important bragging rights? Get ready for a whirlwind of challenging questions, exhilarating rounds, and moments that will leave you in awe. As if that's not enough, we have fantastic prizes like trophy, cash, and Cowbell products up for grabs. It's not just a competition, it's a celebration of knowledge and talents. Mark your calendars for November 16 and 17, 2023 at the FPC Multipurpose Hall beginning at 9 a.m. sharp daily. Come cheer for your school, support your friends, and be part of the excitement. Cowbell Capucines Challenge, engaging hearts, equipping minds. Proudly sponsored by Cowbell. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Yana Orange, we BECE boss we customizing freedom. Now we glad for bring to you we new and sober offer. You inside this we one in town offer, you get the rights for pick the voice or data bundle where fits you lifestyle. Yes, now so it be. We dey make communication winner for you wangling. It no matter if you not posting we like long talk or posting we like for browse boku. You there for you. But up all this, you get to run no by SMS where you know they pay for. We don't add the magic jeep and this gladdy. You mean say better thing day for all man. Ladida they are for you. Dial *889# for begin.
Orange. Yo, family on a cabo, this is CJ Mark. I get the mojo. You feel me? If I. Anyway, I want to tell you now about beach party where they take place now. Beach Cafe on the 23rd of December and a beach party backlight. If you born from October, November, December, now for sure, let me go party. Me na October, you know what? November and December, and I'll come. Let me have fun. If I. CJ Mac, baby, I got the mojo. If I know, I wanna give you what you need, yeah.
Alright, welcome back. This is the Epic Morning Show that comes to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, and this morning we are talking about the delay in BECE results. So from from basic research that we've done so far, we understand one of those delays is pegged to continuous assessment, the submission. Sometimes schools and the delay, and because of that, all of that I think is put together for really release how the students do. But how much of a problem do you think that is really? Because sometimes and they even for MACWAS as well, you hear this complain about CAS not being submitted on time.
Yeah, and yes, you don't come to this particular one of the issues then, which is continuous assessment from schools then, and this one of the biggest problem we always get with we principals, and because at the end of the day, the role of principals now for superintendent schools and way it challenging, and it come out clearly. It come out clearly for say one of the biggest issue we make public schools. We outcomes them bit poor because the supervision we require from them for them provide for the schools then is very, very challenging. Even when we develop the education sector plan, it come out clearly. We do the SWOT analysis. It come out clearly for say government. One key things waiting for zoom on is about how do we monitor public schools then? How do we monitor particularly performance of our principals then. And if continuous assessment is being delayed, and that delay of that continuous assessment, they affect the release of results for we picking them and go SS1, tell you for say we need for go back again. The quality assurance officers, the way they work with different schools, then need for see how do we provide another mechanism for say schools then for submit continuous assessment on time. And if this may happen, I mean, me and you will all the work, you get deadline where you for submit something. And if this not happen, you for be query, you for be reprimanded. Maybe you can even transfer principal from a grade A school to a grade B school. And if principal know for say these sanctions are happening as a result of this delay there, they will definitely kick them games in for make sure for say then report on time. We would work from a development, me no waiting a timeline where I miss 1 or 2, 3 days for submit reports. I know they can email where they get, where they make, sometimes you grab them 3 o'clock in the morning for work. So this why the Ministry of Education and they really need for go back again. We all need for go back again. How do we change these narratives here?
Not to really defend public schools, but a lot of the time the resources where private schools go get at their disposal for really do monitoring, public schools not get some, public schools not get enough teachers even sometimes for do all of these things. One teacher will have to mark hundreds of papers, grade hundreds of papers for different subjects, by the way, and sending all of those marks against a certain deadline. So public schools are grossly understaffed. Then they don't get better teachers then.
And public schools, the issue they talk about, they don't get better teachers then. They get teachers then. I mean, the PP teachers ratios for Sierra Leone right now, we're not too bad again. We're not too bad. And I'll tell you about poaching just now. Waiting to happen, most of public schools teachers then, now they left with public schools then and go teach in private schools. Some of them, they even teach in 2 schools then. They go teach in private schools. And that happened as a result of...
You can't blame them for that. They just try for make ends meet.
No, that happened is as a result of, supervisions. As a result of supervision, the material where government they provide, the teaching and learning material government they provide, where they see na Ministry of Education website. Now the same materials here, where private schools they print for teaching and in schools there. That tell you for say the government they do everything possible for how we get the quality materials and for picking them. But because of when you go to private schools then, and that man know for saying a business they do, he supervise so much, he make sure for say every day you get lesson plans and waiting for teach for the week. The principal they make sure for say whether week done, they go verify for say teacher A teach this one and he cover this one. And some of the issue and I'm missing now with public schools then. And me and you know for say any side we get what we call theory X and theory Y. These are people then some theory X and now people then generally whether you supervise or you not supervise then they will deliver on what they deliver. You get other people then they will get all the capacity but they never deliver without supervisor, without they be ended. And that is why we get school quality assurance monitors then we get principals then, and principals then they need for do that. And I make would always ask for say get a work plan for your schools. When you get your work plan for your school, for say this social month and this for deliver on. If this not happen, even get suggestion box system from people then teacher A need to teach. You get books then, and but this monitoring happen, you will only see principals then very effective in schools then when time reach for intake. Because that will be the time when money they can at school.
The more intake
they come, and that time they go then at school 7 o'clock in the morning and left day sometimes 6 o'clock. But just after that, you will see principal coming to school then 11 o'clock, where you can at school 11 o'clock. Some of them off 2 o'clock or then off 3 o'clock. And you, the principal, your role should be moving from class to class for ensure for say teacher A they deliver what he's supposed to deliver. And at the end of the week, teacher A can tell you for say for this weekend this I for don't do. But if this supervision there and then timeline there, they need keep on at the schools then the output go always challenging.
And
when they give these poor results, they already get.
Back to the BECE situation. So one of the complications as well we must think about when them picking at the transition to senior secondary school is that there is no vacancy in a school. school they don't already take Form 1, Form 2 don't go Form 3. Then sit down at then classroom then they now. So then Form 3 then they now. SS1 ain't free now for them, really. And then of course maybe you have some, even the one they wanna repeaters will need to wait for let SS1 starts because they not release that BECE result. So the lag time really long.
So now I make us say that is where, like we'll start this morning the conversation. That is the point. I mean, we need for rethink. I mean, development. You know, get one specific way for doing, and as things they evolve around, then you think for say how you go engage on that particular thing. Like this whole don't mention. So from here we leg meetings and local education group meetings, and these are issues from education for all we pick up government and the Ministry of Education and see how do we respond to this particular issue here. How do we respond to them? Because the lag where schools the lag behind the lag where the release of results where the challenge waiting they happen, we need for take action. If we not take action, it affects we all and it affects we picking then and the gains then who don't make, as I mentioned, who don't make. For example, we get enrollment at primary level 98%, but you go shock you where you can, for example, at lower secondary education, it don't drop significant to 51%. And some of the things they were responsible for then drops there. This now one. When them picking the student at home for 1, 2, 3 months, I mean they need to learn, they go involved into other things and where it affects them. Where time reach for go school again. That school where you begin enrollment of 30, something 4 or 5 don't drop. And if you get 4 or 5 they drop from every school, so you multiply that to the 11,000 school. Okay, the 900,000 secondary school they will get. Now a big number that one day. And
All
that
right.
not forget to happen.
All right. In the studio, we've just been joined by Reverend Victor Davis, head of private schools, Israel. Good morning, Reverend.
Good morning, Jawad. Good morning, everyone.
From your inquiry as schools, then, waiting why you don't tell them about the delay of the results so far.
In actual fact, WAEC actually not able to talk to we. They not really give any concrete reasons. I think I think I don't say this over and again. WAEC, the issue of communication. Now, want to really, I think we need for address, the nation need for address really. Okay. WAEC actually not to communicate appropriately. And if we talk about schools at this, for education at this 21st century, I think communication don't so go to that extent wherein enough for become difficult any longer. So we not forget any concrete information, but notwithstanding, from the side of the Ministry of Education, we don't get 2-3 meetings that we don't talk about this aspect of schools submitting their CAST. We I think now one of
the continuous assessment.
The continuous assessment. We now one of the issues and the way me understand say it don't really cause the delay now this result, because I remember several times the new chairman in TSC send messages to me that I for send to schools them, private schools that will not be submit cast it, because that they really caused the delay of the result. I was also invited to a meeting where that issue came up, and I think that is one of the reasons from the side of the Ministry of Education.
So, as private schools, one of the things that we will not say, a lot of private schools they do is that they know they wait per se for the result come out before we begin and start SS1. Is that something we will still continue with?
Yes, now that I want to most private schools to continue with. But this time around, we also therefore take into consideration the fact that the new curriculum 9, the SS1, they start with this year. And that can be another reason you don't cause the delay, because most you enrolling SS1, you're not going to teach the same old thing. It's like it's altogether something different. And basically it's like some of the schools that had the training before actually started the SS1. Some other schools started SS1 with the old system, which is actually not correct. But ministry actually had engaged in several trainings to prepare heads of private schools for the new curriculum, because what exactly it is like, if you really do not understand it, you will just go astray. You really just go astray, because now the selection is different and many things.
And how much time perhaps una get for need when results come out for really make sure una get all these necessary streams them, picking them up, be guided as well in the selection processes and
Well, I think the ministry don't do a great job in that side. And up to last week, if I'm correct, trainings may still go on by categories, by in segment. We are in heads of schools are being trained, and the Minister of Education they also say that every week with the heads of schools, they don't train. We self now for begin for train with teachers then for aim for catch up. So basically, it's like from the side of the ministry, so much has been done, but obviously, you know, it will really take time to really implement effectively. That's the exact thing. So the sooner the children come to school, the better it will be for us to actually really know where the pitfalls are to address some of these things, and where we need necessary guidance, we'll actually go for them.
Augustine, schools are always the complaint say, why cannot they communicate to them? Why they talk a lot with government, obviously, but the primary client, the clients when at the schools they know they talk to them a lot of the time for even communicate to them that, oh, this is why the result is not coming out, so be prepared. So then self go able prepare well or have answers to even give to parents.
And I mean, me go send this thing back again to the Ministry of Education. I mean, the Ministry of Education, even though one year autonomous body, but the Ministry of Education, then they for superintend all educational issues within the country. And if WAEC communicates appropriately, it goes back to the Ministry of Education. I mean, whenever there is a communication gap, it creates plenty doubt. So this now all thing we would always talk with, and we will continue for talk for make government ensure for say WAEC communicates timely. And this all hinges on even the act we established WAEC, the at least 1982 or 84 act. That act is very, very obsolete. It very, very obsolete. We think for say government is need for SIDOM with the West Africa Examination Council how for review the act for check some of them powers then. Because if you provide service for people then at this particular generation here, I mean, WAEC for don't come out a clear, just a simple press release for say result don't delay as a result of A, B, and C. So, but if this may happen, then the question go back to Ministry of Education, because Ministry of Education 9 they give WAEC money, 9 they give WAEC work, and you they give person work, that person they communicate, they tell you anything. Then a Ministry of Education me not think for say na WAEC more with for blame, because if the Ministry of Education talk for say they have a tripartite meeting for say we want may WAEC pull a release on waiting at the challenge, they will do it. So the blame has to go back to the Ministry of Education, and we school leaders then, principals then, civil society organization, I think for say we for continue for question this, and we education for all we go definitely question this one, because a big concern and a slap for we own educational system, particularly with the current government in mantra na education and human capital development, and this they undermined government in desire.
Reverend, this wait time we picking them where the seats Becker have to wait for. How much of a challenge one can see when they can finally get back to SS1 after they don't wait for a while before they get back into school when results come out?
In actual fact, I think this now one real thing will affect the educational system, particularly when it comes to the senior secondary schools. Because when you consider the fact that exam ends in July, August, September, or this is the end of October, the children are at their house, doing nothing, most of them, except in a situation where maybe the parents choose to like engage the child. What exactly happens? Like, it's a gap. It affects their performance when they come to school again. And that's the reason why I think the sooner the result can be released, the better it will be for the pupils, for the schools, as well as for the general public. The whole thing there is that, imagine they have missed 2 months of the first term. So what's going to happen? How do we expect the syllabus to be completed? And we're also talking about a new syllabus this time around. Basically, something that is new to everyone, to the teachers as well as to the pupils. So basically, it's like the sooner the results are being released, the better it will be. But Jawad, the issue there is like, I think from my own side, government has its side, that's correct in terms of communication. But I think for a responsible organization, I think you should not even wait for you to be like informed that you are to, called upon that you are to inform the public. This X, Y, and Z is the issue, but we are working on them, and the result will be released soonest. I think that is enough in actual fact. I don't need Ministry of Education to tell me that if I cannot open school, I should call parents. I send out information and tell them I'm having 1, 2, and 3 issues, and therefore I cannot open school at this particular time as prescribed. Let's have a deferment for something like 2 weeks. We'll fix the issues. I think that is very important. We are talking about meeting the benchmark of 21st century education. And these are some of the old things. We are in communication is a problem. It becomes a problem everywhere. It affects everything.
All right. Let's hear from our public on the conversation we don't get here. 79994993. Let me hear from you your thoughts about the delay in the BECE results so far and the consequences it is having on kids. Good morning.
Hello, MJ.
Yes, Johnny. Welcome.
Yeah. Well, as you say, then therefore, I mean, because the trajectory is already set, by the education ministry. But then therefore improve on the supervision, regulation, and monitoring, of the process. Make sure, say, at least certain things that they then therefore review and see how they can able to add some urgency on them. Then with the children staying out 2-3 months, why they not develop something like an orientation course where they will keep them in tune with the trend, where they don't go lost, grip with the educational, flow, and then they in tune with it, so that when results come out, then pass and no pass, they are still within it for make them repeat, or see how they can able to get themselves into, some other program, because now get a broad curriculum where they don't make, so you can be able to rehabilitate them in some other courses. I think that will be fine.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me hear from more people. 079994993. Let's hear your thoughts on these issues. And good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Jawad.
Yes, Malaika from Scan Drive Sport Road.
God bless you for that charisma. Well, as me brother they say, this may affect government wish, because as we all know, the first program of government was the free education. So if we begin to see things like them wire, it will disturb the picking them actually, and then they not go tell well to the government. Although yes, according to section 9, subsection 2, free education not to favor, and but the need for Guam, because the picking themselves for the future, so it's disturbing actually. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. 79994993. Let me hear from a few more people on this particular subject, given how important it is. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Just be audible for a bit. Name was the call we from.
From Smilaton.
Yes, sir, from Smilaton. You're still not audible enough. Go on.
Hello?
Yes, go on. Will they get you? All right. I'm sorry you have to call us again, so we'll get you clearly. 79994993. Let me hear from you guys. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Name was I call from?
I'm Michael from England.
Michael, you're welcome.
Yeah, Jawad. My own perception that even the BECE itself is becoming obsolete, because even the benchmark when they set now for even a simple security job is worse. So at the same time we go to the preliminary, the BECE itself needs to be just wiped out. That's my own take.
Okay. All right. This person they recommend that BECE itself is becoming obsolete and we should just abolish it altogether. All right. Let me hear from more people. Good morning.
Good morning, Jawad.
You're welcome, sir. Constance from Tree Planting.
God bless. Jawad, the educational system is a problem. And I may beg to disagree with one guest, to Reverend, we say the private school are not the best. They are the best because of the system. when the system where they look, where they talk about, they begin them for continue until results come out. In government school, it not go work because those are the time the heads or the principal making money in terms of enrollment, taking picking for to the senior schools. You see, because the picking and they get three choice. Let me say sometimes he put and he was first choice, second choice providence, third choice in the original school where they go when maybe in FSSG. Then he failed them to then he gets FSSG. FSSG say no, we not they take you because you put we third. Always is still getting the mark for good.
Okay.
There's a lot of error and some problem at the government school. When they go and private school be the best.
Okay.
And non-parents not go, they will not go on the best point.
Thank you very much. Let me hear from a few more people. 79994-993. Let's hear your thoughts on this very important conversation. Good morning. Hello. All right. I think we just lost you there. All right. Call us again, 0799994-993. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Name was I call we from?
Yeah, call us and call from Tengeton.
Hassan, welcome.
Yes, sir. I agree with that man at the studio where they say or review WAEC the mandate. WAEC receives results without no communication, they don't inform no schools, they don't inform parents who go to school, they say they see me picking results. Why? No nothing, school no go tell her nothing, WAEC no communicate to the school. Look, WAEC go sees 34,000 from 100 picking them result. Then now, university don't extend the application up to September ending because those who can afford to go to the university now, they don't all the results them. The other one, they would have give math, then give English, then all this, then I think government for come to WAEC very hard. If not to that, the education system in this country, no problem, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. Keleti Sise on our Facebook page, they say basically there's a need for system review. As always, the government school face the blunt of the many challenges within the school system. It's so disheartening. They say there's a need for urgent intervention, and we are calling on the government to urgently change the landscape considering the huge sum of money the government has been spending in the sector. Let's take this last call. Good morning.
Good morning, Jawad.
Amin Samra, you're welcome.
Yeah. I think this whole 634 9 them for review. For where this 634 system can at this country, now we see a downward threat for the educational system at this country. So then just for review system, anything where you try for you implement and you know they see the work, not for change them back. Because from when 634 comes, education is so backward in this country. Some picking and the sit what, even the one that would pass them. If you give simple sentence for let them give them, believe me, you don't put back in that they will say they're not going to give them. So who's got education system than this? Let them revisit this 634 system. It's not good for Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me start with you, Augustine. You've heard some of the sentiments.
Yeah. Thanks for we callers then, because it shows for say they have been listening and there's so much get concern for education, which is the bedrock for every country in development. And I will go back to the last caller where you say the review of the education system. I mean, there has been several reviews, there has been several policies then where this current government don't put in place for strengthening with educational systems.
Now 633 forget problem or now the people within the system.
Now the people then within it. I make and they come now the people then within the system and get the problem. Because almost all the mechanism for say for make sure my education grab and running government put in motion. Waiting left now the implementation and the monitoring of those mechanisms. Now I make one particular caller talk for say it's a supervision, regulation and monitoring of systems. I mean whatever funding when the Ministry of Education gets, if we not put premium on supervision, regulation, and monitoring of the system, and for ensure for say we get risk assurance supervisors then, and we the ministry gets 160 and more of them people there even though they're not adequate. But then how much will they put premium on those people here they work? Waiting at the reporting, even then get two lines away, they say then get a system for the ME system where they send information about the education system. Not really adequate. So therefore, unless we put more premium on this particular issues there, then all the resources will be put in education, it will go in vain. And one other caller talk for say private schools are doing well. Private schools are doing well because the supervision and monitoring of those private schools, and me and you know for say when I do business, one of the core things where I do first and for monitor my business well. If I don't monitor my business well, my profit will be eroded. And the private schools are business institutions. And in order for me them profit not eroded, they do very diligently. Waiting makers say they are not the best private schools. They are not the best because it not going to bring equity and equality for we all. Not to all parents and able afford for sending picking in our private schools then. So we need for strengthening with public educational systems then. So at the end of the day, Famata where they Tayama go able access the best schools then, even without Kana Bo. So that is all the request we always they ask. Sometimes people they misunderstand. We always make emphasis for say private school is not the best. It's not the best because it need to bring equity. Not to everybody go able to afford them or access them. That is one. Then also what other caller talk about, I mean, the BECE really is obsolete. This conversation has been on the table of the Ministry of Education for a very long time. When will be the review the education policy, which was led by Dr. Krim Wright, where it up for say, I mean, they have been thinking, how do we even pull BECE? Because what really BECE is bringing on board, because that is the talk. But again, other learners then, educationists talk for say, there should be a midway where you assess the picking.
Transition
for
junior
access
school
the picking.
to high school.
Yeah, for no for say this picking here. Really what he has been doing from JSS1, JSS2, JSS3, now we get a examination body for check them. But this conversation or something has been long on the pipeline, even though now because a new education act now, and very soon maybe before the close of this year, we will get a basic education policy. So 10 then go consider this one, but this is something that has been over the conversation. So which is a very good thing. And there are also other caller talk about orientation courses. These are all things we will also talk about just not from this morning. We think for say now these are things that we Ministry of Education and Development Partner will foresee them and start thinking about it. They are brilliant suggestions then we all need for thinking about them. Thank you.
I mean, what's your sentiment about the BECE being obsolete or not?
Okay, let me start from that point. I think talking about the exam itself, maybe like getting rid of the exam can be considered, but the issue of getting rid of junior primary school, I think that's the issue. And if someone is leaving the junior secondary school I'm talking about, and you need to determine whether the person is to go to mainstream education, which is senior secondary school, or tech voc. I think where the issue of this junior school actually had the problem is the issue of being implemented when there were not enough tech vocs. And that led to many dropouts, and everybody wants to go to the mainstream schooling, which is senior secondary school, because everybody wants to become a lawyer, a doctor, and the likes. And that also is not too good for our society, because we also need the middle level manpower. What I would suggest, for me, I think the issue here is this, is we have to look at a situation wherein we create a system that actually caters for some form of competition. I think I keep saying this. If I have the opportunity to advise His Excellency the President, I will tell him actually, we need a second examining body in Sierra Leone. We need to create competition that will cater for the equity my brother is talking about, really. It's like, what happened is this, and I will tell him sincerely, if he can see that as a vision, it will remain as a legacy for him. Because if even it does not happen now, it definitely has to happen. Because definitely we have to cater for the increase in education, the increase in number, the number of people taking exam at this point in time. To be very honest, at times I look at the old blame WAEC. The work is too much for WAEC. But the reality is like WAEC used to have less than 70,000 people taking, let's say, example, WAS exam. For the past 5 years, we have up to over 230 something thousand people taking WAS exam.
That is 4 or 5 times the number when they've done the manage.
Yes, so that is so growth has taken place. So we have to cater for that growth. So I think we need to look into that aspect. The Education Act, the new Education Act, I think there is a gap there. There is some kind of provision there that it can be implemented or not. But the reality, we need to look into that. If we look into that, it's going to change educational system. You know what that will mean? It will put WAEC on their toes, because there's a competition. Now, everybody knows WAEC regulates all the exams. If that competition there, you want your child to go to mainstream schooling, you can afford it, the person take another exam. Or let's assume we allow the Excel exam, pupils, candidates that sat to the EdExcel exam to come into our university and other things. If you want to afford, if you can afford it, that's fine. If you cannot afford it, you go for what you can afford. And from that point, we also look at what happens to those that cannot go into mainstream schooling. They should not be the dropout. You go to other countries, you realize that we have technical university. We thank God that we now begin to have technical university in Sierra Leone. But that is not enough. Let the people. Everybody, you tell somebody you want to become a carpenter, they will see you as if you are a dropout. You tell somebody you're becoming a woodwork engineer, the person realizes that you know what you're talking, and it's like you are in the educational system. And it's something like that. When we get all of these things, I think these are some of the things we need to look into. That those that are not fit to go into the mainstream schooling, I'm talking about senior secondary school, let them have somewhere they go into. I think that will really help. In collaboration with the new system we have, I don't know what that will really bring. But sincerely, I believe that the aspect of choice, that the choice of school somebody mentioned, is another issue. People have problem with choice of school. And what happens? Parents are spending so much money. Parents are spending so much money. At times you begin to wonder, people complain about private school. You see the amount of money some parents pay just to have their child go to certain school in this country. And these parents can afford that money. And we complain about the fees they pay at private school. Some of the money they pay to go into some of these schools, you don't pay it in some private school for 3 years as fees. I tell you that for sure. You don't pay that money for 3 academic years. You will not pay that money. And some parents will pay that money because they want their children to go to this school because of what the system creates, the mentality, the mindset. So I think we really need to watch some of these things.
All right. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning, both gentlemen around the education sector. And this now conversation will still get for continue, hopefully. This is the Epic Morning Show. Stay with you. When we come next, we're going to talk about the former chief immigration officer. We declare, say, then get him up to 3 motor car. Is he the luckiest man in Sierra Leone? We'll talk about this and how this looks when we talk about all of this in the context of corruption.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Thursday edition of Epic Sports Update right here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM and on Slick TV on channel 37. Me Wereka with Epic Sports Update this Thursday morning. Me your name is Nigel George. Let me go straight into action as we see Sandro Tonali, the Newcastle United midfielder, well, don't set forget a 10-month ban from football where that could be the rest of the season. We don't go see Sandro Tonali play any game for Newcastle because the Italian Federation still they look into the matter after they find them say they involved into gambling, and you know how this thing don't go around with players them playing gamble and as well the saga where they surround everything with them. And as well, we see Easter Lions Loa Football Club and as well Wilberforce FC. They are the former mighty Blackpool winger where now Phoebe. Well, it seems like the league want for start and everybody they're on fire for secure this winger so. And as well, we see the Silent Football Association, we don't get a training wherein them get for involve people them where get for take part in different matches them inside the 2023 Silent Premier League season wherein we see match coordinators them receive a training. Well, waiting this get for mean to the Premier League for this season where we get for know and see if them people are so we go through this 2 days training here so get for make any impact in the 2023-2024 league season. And as well, we see yesterday inside Parc des Princes wherein Paris Saint-Germain began for defeat AC Milan by 3-0 for leading top then group table wherein we see the Rosineros began for loss to the Parisian side. And as well for N Sport updates this morning, we see we are in Wusum Stars don't finally secure the signature of Bakay Kamara where a 2-year loan deal from United Stars. We're in a division team inside Bo City. When all this I get for you inside Epic Sports Up this Thursday morning. Mind you, so we still a look at the build-up to with 2023-2024 Leon Rock Sierra Leone Premier League. We are in inside the edition at 11 o'clock. We get for talk to Port Authority Football Club and as well for Northern plans and the aspiration for this particular league season. Until then, Nasomi Nigel George, they say get yourself a wonderful day.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Epic Entertainment Buzz. My name na Audra and inside we ENT Buzz for this morning internationally. Within the happen, we see say Nigerian singer Reminisce don't unveil the track list for an upcoming album. This album, it only talk about for a very long time on social media platform and finally the track list don't come out. And on the side of Rima don't clear the ear on Illuminati allegations. This now because we see some photos become out we come on social media when a photo shoot where Lima be do and the picture we get some controversies and accusation from social media users and fans say maybe it don't join Illuminati, but it come and clear the ear say not just a music concept and not get nothing for do with Illuminati. South African singer Tyler in song Water don't surpass 1 billion views on TikTok. And on the side of Odumodu, when a Nigerian singer, it don't even say it don't smoke weed since it they at the age of 10 years. Interesting revelation where making an interview where we get recently online, and it say even in therapist advise them for stop for smoke now where it don't big so. And the moment in therapist go in a bathroom, where you can meet and back the smoke, either advice and done. So this is something that is addicted to either used to. So this now disclosure we make few hours ago on social media. McMill don't disclose plans for get collaboration with Nigerian artists, and they be doing via in social media. Usai Nigerian fans them be the root for the like of Davido and Wizkid for be the artists them where they collaborate with. Well, who knows who I go collaborate with anyways, but we dey wait for see whether the person in Emenus country get for come off from whether in Nigeria or other African country. Now to waiting they happen our local entertainment industry, we see say Lima's Dari don't begin shoot an upcoming movie as be share behind the scene photos of an upcoming movie way titled Delivery Van. And the Office of the Entertainment Ambassador revealed the names of invited entertainers and stakeholders for this year National Entertainment Conference, which will happen today. That's it for we ENT Buzz this morning. But don't forget, say, the biggest ever carnival in the history of entertainment in the country, the Epic Carnival. They come to you on the 16th of December, na Moriton Field. And after the carnival, we rest few days and go to Rebirth Ride for October, November, and December. But they celebrate on the 23rd of December, na Beach Cafe. So get your dancing shoes ready and get your clothes ready. But for now, let's groove with DJ Nice from 12 to 4 p.m. That's it for ENT Buzz this morning. My name is Audra.
There no countries here. If it's a ground with the Illuminati, please bring me Remy Martin. Story big Illuminati. Send me like Nicki Minaj. She get the vibe, but I get the mammy. See the fire where the boy go higher. Quick play when me really want flex. So quit when country wants flex. Now ex other make her crazy. You forgive me time. Before stick when me come. Well, I'm going mental. Girl, you they make me the mental. Your body scatter. Me, I love you, Benda Kupenda. I feel to love it, girl, I feel to love it, Dyson with the windbreaker. Girl, you don't make a king breaker. Me, I don't buy, me, I don't sell. If you test me, I go fly. Bad boy, not fi die. Money let me mind.
Customer freedom of choice when it comes to offers is what Orange values. That's why we are thrilled to introduce a new and exciting offer, Yun. With this mind-blowing offer, you have the power to choose the voice or data bundle that perfectly suits your vibrant lifestyle. Yes, you had it right. It's all about customized communication tailored to you. Whether you're a chatterbox who loves those long conversations or a data enthusiast who craves limitless streaming and browsing, Yun has got you covered. Plus, you get bonus SMS to use for free. We've turned up the excitement meter to the max. Yun means there is something sweet in there for everyone. It's like a bundle of joy and delight waiting for you to explore and enjoy. Dial *889# to start.
Orange.
Do you want to put a smile on your relative's face? Do you want to settle your business partners who stay abroad? Then, here's a perfect way to send money in and out of Sierra Leone. With BNB, you can now easily send money to Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Canada, and many more with the best rate. BNB is a remittance company that helps you send and receive money anytime and anywhere. Beneficiaries receive the money by cash pickup, bank deposit, or mobile wallet. You can visit any BNB branch nationwide or download the BNB Cash app from App Store or Play Store. For more information, contact our customer service at 072-500-000. With BNB, money transfer is at your doorstep.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Hey guys, it's your girl Lady J. And guess what? The Born Bash for October, November, and December, people, is happening on December 23rd. And of course, it's going to be a beach party. I go for Didi. So you serve for Didi. You go yonder, you know, go for funny. You want to see the gist part, you want to see the gogosa part, and of course, the boogie down part. Oh, guess what it is. So don't miss the beach party for the October, November, and December born people. See you there.
All right, 8:55 from Studio Clock here, and welcome back. This is the Epic Morning Show. We are live on our Facebook page, live on Choice FM, and live on Sleek TV, all on channel 37 as well. So we don't talk a lot about the education system, and this is a conversation we still therefore continue for go. But one more thing on that, the fact that this is happening, we've had Senge, who was the former minister, really built a system. Now the question we all need to ask ourselves is whether he build the system around himself or he build the system within the ministry. Because if he don't left that ministry there and less than 6 months, a time like say every system where they been set, they can crumble, and it is affecting the output of the ministry, then there's going to be serious questions asked. The good thing is the chief minister, I get power for really change a lot of things, and so we go see. But this is something we're very, very important about our education system, or else all the gains that we could make in the last 5 years we could just slip back, and then before you know it, we are back to square one. All right, but let me just go straight to it in the papers and they say here this morning, because we have a very interesting story that we're going to bring you from Bo, and later, of course, we'll talk about the former chief immigration officer who is now going to be the executive director for the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. So during in hearing in Parliament, in confirmation hearing, they say then get gift in Paddy, one of him Paddy get gift 3 motorcar, G-Wagon, and 2 different SUVs, Toyota Fortuner. All of these motorcars, none of them no cost less than $20,000, by the way. But we'll talk about that a bit more. So Global Times here is reporting this morning. Transport Minister say 50 new buses for Freetown soon. Energy sector, VP Julie Jallo calls for private sector participation. And AFDB launches RASME project in Sierra Leone. These are some of the lead stories on Global Times here this morning. Exclusive, the lead with Samura Kamara to address the nation. 50 buses to arrive. That's another story here on the exclusive newspaper. And we get satellite newspaper, the lead with President Bio prioritize Sierra Leone's interest. And there's a big news because it's like saying a cabinet meeting this week, they already don't decide the fate of the port and the railway. And it looks like say the Chinese have won. But we will hear it officially from government in subsequent days about that. And Independence, our co-newspaper, leading with high cost of air tickets attributed to lack of competition and taxes, says Aviation Authority Director. Optometrists from Spain, Sierra Leone bottling company provide refractive health care to 500 people in Sierra Leone. Hope Radio owner raises concern over staff safety after alleged attack and equipment damage. So this is a story about Namakeni. This happened. Hope Radio within Namakeni, the landlord and some thugs them go beat the staff then and damage some equipment them. The circumstances behind it are not quite clear, but this is something we really worry we all, that no matter whatever the disagreements might have been, that the landlord will decide for do this. So, but it's an issue we will get to the bottom of, hopefully. Concord Times, leading with rail and port agreement, President Bio prioritize Sierra Leone's interest. EcoBank Sierra Leone introduced new managing director, ADB to digitalize project monitoring system. And these are some of the stories on Concord Times this morning. A to Z, the lead with APC mayors and others to take oath of office today. First Lady Fatima Bio to host dignitaries on World Day Against Sexual Abuse. 50 new buses to jet in soon. And then you get Daybreak newspaper, the lead with for port and rail agreement. President Bio prioritize Sierra Leone's interest. Taxes are inevitable, according to the NRA boss. So these are some of the stories we get on the front pages of some of the leading newspapers in the country this morning. But let's just take this story from Bo, because angry young man na Tembebu Chiefdom, Bo District, stage a protest against some youth man them where they accuse say they do homosexual business in the village, and they even recruit people just for that. Reporter Anthony Van de been there on the ground and been puts this report together.
That na been the voice of angry youth man dem na the Tembwewabu section, Bo District, Kakowa Chiefdom, wey been dey protest for sake one bad thing wey they say they hamburging dem community for over 4 years now, and we don't rise up this BNTM. This then say they poor dem youth man dem na dem community. We make youth man them all about that district day come na do and protest against what they call homosexual. We mean say man and man they get business within company. But waiting the youth leader when Abubakar Kamara think about this.
To be honest with you, we the youth in our Tengbabu community abo, we really don't raise Yaya Jane must go because na gay and the poor we picking the poor we picking we na homosexual. We that against that. So we the youth them don't stand firm for the phenom and once time it must go because we don't know say I don't come to but we get information and we know say we the youth we don't really raise for Yaya and Yaya must go because we the youth that we not happen because all we picking them, all we reward them, we man away don't make us the gay. No, don't really disturb the community. So now that make we don't stand firm for see how best we will take aggressive measures against Yaya.
Abubakar Kamara go before talk about the gay community people them. We want for poor them, picking them and young man them. Now the community.
I'm not a part of your own society. We don't want that. The gay business, homosexual business, we don't want that. For CIA, they go prison, life prison because we don't say we don't want that. And at in a law, we are stable. So anybody do homosexual or gay business, we don't want them. They will go all there and we look for them seriously and want, of course, they don't see this action we don't take for this CIA and we try for get rid of Yaya. So anyone back home. Or anyone way involved into this. I go tell people that message go tell people that say well this will not mix pan and can't here.
But waiting authority then think about this gay business we don't the rampant na the community. Chief Mahmoud Kaba, na the chief for the Tembwewabu Chiefdom.
We are get an incident na Tembwewabu section here from 2017 to 2018. We have get that report as a chief about a youth man where they call Yaya Jane. We are involved in 2-3 things where the community people they not be like the situation. The report became to me as a chief. Then give me that report. They even me as a chief, I be really go annoyed because of the situation where it became up to me as a chief. We are really condemn the act for say not correct for such. Somebody for the now we missed now the community. So therefore, me not the condoler at all as a chief. Like one thing where it can up where it be really piss me off this like naina that it be get homosexual activities then where it be they do.
But waiting the community and chief plan for do for second then can't hear where they happen at the community.
The youth man come to me, I say well the man now age group will now go around for fame the man and bring come to me a presenter to me. Call me there as a chief, I don't know who say it at all. So una go in search of the man. When I get the man, when I bring come to me. So when I come to me, I will take a decision of waiting for do that mandate together with the police now and the other community people there. But yes, still the youth man never present the man to me at all.
After this information reached the Salon Police, the Bo CID department, which action will the Salon Police don't take?
We get a report on this community from the area chief. That this man is engaging some issues when as alleged homosexual business bracket gay. You don't know this country know about it also. Say they are actually confident. The chief don't the one they say no one is in the community. They say they don't attack the one ball in this area. So now that make they don't make a punch against her. They don't want to one for invite her, but we don't say we call us a medical. So make a prepare warrant of arrest for her. This only the person. But this show you say we want that man.
After the Salon Police, Bo CID division showed the warrant of arrest to the family of the alleged person with all finger they point at when I want Mr. Yaya Jane.
This country. With this country, now man and woman, not to man, they put that in there. What they call a homosexual. Who not this country take up. The document they with we. The document they with we. You know they nobody for let you know say now they under warrant of arrest. Anytime you see any side, they go friction, they boy out, they can out. Anytime we get news spot and say he didn't have this country, so side, this document would they go arrest her. But document any side day, any country day, you see go, if you go to would they arrest you on this warrant of arrest.
But waiting, Yaya Jane, a mama think, but all this allegation where they over in Peking.
I no born me picking for that. I no born me picking for that. I born me picking. I no born her for that. So now the youth man they send me picking for let them kill her. No, I no born me picking for that. Then they send me picking raise now for killer. Then youth man they say the kind thing no find at the community. So now the youth man they harass me for send me picking. I don't know who send me picking there.
Salon a religious country we believe in the Bible and the Quran, where they against homosexual and lesbian business. Say we they see how the investigation they carry on for find out the whereabouts of this alleged person when Mr. Yaya Jane. Epic Radio will continue for update you but see them where they happen all about the country. For Epic Radio use, me will put this report together. Me your name na Anthony Vandy.
All right. Thank you very much. You must have listened to that. This is just one of several stories that are also out there. And at some point in this country, this is a conversation where a very uncomfortable for we get because we are all either Christians or Muslims, but we need to have it because a lot of this is also going to be hinged around the law, because this is also going to be a human rights issue. If they arrest them, for example, is there a law against that? And so, for example, they do constitutional review rights now. So we'll not start this conversation safe today, but this is something where everybody forgets now you mind that at some point in this country, we need to have a conversation about everybody, no matter the shade of opinion, no matter the religion, no matter your sexual orientation. This is the Epic Morning Show, but let's now go to issues of accountability, because whilst we are having a conversation, the former chief immigration officer, who is now going to serve as the executive director for Drug Law Enforcement Agency, say in confirmation, say he received gift 3 motorcar them as gifts: G-Wagon, Toyota Land Cruiser, Toyota Fortuner. All motorcar them were very, very expensive. But first we want to talk to ACC, because like we will all area interview, then self down area, and then later we'll come to what public opinion has to say about this. But good morning, Mr. Blake.
Good morning.
Okay, so una must don't see this interview. Waiting una law say about public officials receiving such expensive gifts.
Well, the law not really too categorical on the nature of the gift, but there is a regime on gifts and how public officers for be careful with them and waiting na the possible punishment. So if you go to section 51 of the Anti-Corruption Act, subsection 1, they preclude, they ban all public officers from soliciting gifts, na criminal offense. And they say if you solicit gifts or any material benefit, will make you do your work or you not do your work, and we know that and charge you to court. If you are found guilty, you will be fined 3 times the face value of that gift, or 50 million yuan, and then that is the punishment. And some subsection 2, 3, and 4 where equally they say, in addition to the punishment prescribed under subsection 1 of section 51, the court go order for you, the convict, pay twice the amount of the value of the gift and or personal benefit when you solicit. Subsection 3, they say, it no go apply to gift them and other goodness they wouldn't do it, where they accompany protocol or social obligation, or responsibility. You know, they accompany. But where you solicit gift, na criminal offense. And then the subsection 4, they say, if they give you gift, one person give you gift way more than 500,000, up to 500,000 or more.
500,000 leons.
Yes. Old leons or more. Yes, 5 million, sorry. 5 million. Or within the year, that gift they reach 5 million. Then you for declare. Then I wish you know ask school. Then they give you gift within the year will reach 5 million, you for declare. How you they declare them? They inform your office, Anti-Corruption Commission, they don't make provision for the public officers, they inform the office when they give them gift. We call them gift register. They inform your office, say, while I've been doing my work, then give me this kind of thing. And then secondly, you dey put on your asset declaration form for the previous year. Say in so year, somebody been give me gift or I received gift or they do me work, we amount to 5 million loans in that year.
Yeah, but the thing is, so just because the person declare so in this case now, Mr. Kakai, did he declare all in 3 motorcar where he said and gas gift? Did he declare it to you guys?
Well, what has happened in the case of the former immigration chief, now that the ACC don't commence a probe. We don't commence a probe, as I talk to you now.
An investigation, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a probe can be more detailed than investigation.
Well, for the general understanding of the public, let them just know clearly.
Yeah, with the investigator, detailed one, now we call probe, for no, which I they give to them, come on, able to establish how they come, when they come, able to establish if they follow section 51, subsection 4 of the Act, and able to establish if section 51, subsection 1 nine happen, that now if nine solicit, or then more then if he declare them, both to in office and then to the Anti-Corruption Commission through the asset declaration regime. So as I talk to now, the 3 vehicles, they were 3, one Mercedes G-Wagon, one Toyota Fortuner, and another black Jeep with a Land Cruiser or something like that. Okay. They've been confiscated and then they are with 3 while the investigation they continue.
Now, for a lot of we get 2 questions I will mind. One, whether Mr. Kaikai, if therefore don't get an entry motor carrier, if he not been hold the position as the chief immigration officer. Then 2, yes, they don't get any gift, but we don't know waiting he do for get this gift or waiting he excuse for let he get this gift. Is that something you will be looking into?
So that's why now a probe we do. Because when we do a probe, then we will know if an offense occurred and if an act occurred contrary to the Anti-Corruption Act. And Section 51 very express, very instructive on the types of gifts and how they will qualify for an offense. If you solicit gifts for make you do your work or make you not do your work, then you go ask, or even you not ask directly. You pretend like you're not glad it, for let them just induce you for do your work. You don't commit an offense. And then where you not really ask at all, you not solicit, you not induce, you not do anything for let them give the gift. But then the gift come. And then you not tell your organization through the gift register, that is one. And then you not declare them now you have a declaration where they do every 2 years, then you equally don't commit an offense. And under subsection 5, if they are found guilty, you will be liable on conviction to 3 times the value of that gift, or to 30 million loans fine, whichever is greater. You know, on the issue of gifts, if they gift 3 times the value of the gift, 9 greater, 9 they court they order you for pay.
Okay.
If the fine when at 30 million, 9 greater, 9 the court will order you for pay, or you go to jail for 1 year on this provision for gift. So with the probe for know how all this happened.
And
would that then give us this gift? Now one person give the gift, now organization, different dates, all that thing and they happen. Those are the reasons for the investigation.
And one of the things as well we know is that for a long time, I know say ACC don't they get concerned about gifts, especially with foreign diplomatic mission them. People on their way abroad, where they serving with embassies. There have been times who say somebody go come and give Salon something, and because now abroad, if they give we embassy in Belgium something, it's just easy no more for let them use them, and nobody not even they know self until perhaps when they go through an audit. So is that something we want to use as a case study for really learn and understand why we want to look at this?
My brother Jawad, the law is the law. Ignorance of an auto excuse. Section 51, now 2008 Anti-Corruption Act today. So if you don't know, say, where they give gifts for declare, or why they do your work, you know, for take gift from one person, or up to 5 million all loans in a year. If it happen to you, you know, can't say not be no. That is why expectation is imputed on all public officers for know the law and for work on the side of the law. And then the second thing, you and we viewers and listeners will agree with me, say, Anti-Corruption Commission are one institution and where they do public engagement, plenty one. So there is no provision in the Anti-Corruption Act when not available na social media and every other handle what they use. You follow with TikTok, you go understand the act. You go now with website, if you go commit an offense, we not. In fact, it's not even refer we for go begin study. We will just invoke the law, strict to saying so. And this will serve as a public notice, and we are coming out very soon for inform the general, for remind, because they know. Public officers know. Even the Bible very clear, gift gladdens the heart. I mean, for be careful with gift. All this one, somebody just a give 10 to pop now, you phone, you want fairly give, and then you want contract tomorrow, you they give that contract.
All right.
You want build somebody buy land, build and take contractors, you not pay, they build the house. You think that's for nothing? No, nothing. Nothing not really happen at this world for nothing. That's something to do now.
All right.
And so this is a caution to public officers that we get for be careful, because if even Nigerian gift here, you not talk up. Then later we verify your asset declaration and no say you own property the way you not declare. You don't commit an offense already.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay. That and Mr. Blake from the Anti-Corruption Commission, we just be the talk to we, but we are now going to Parliament who said this man actually make this admission. And like I say, you know, for a very long time on this show, we've been talking about the need for the asset declaration and be made public. And that need, now more than ever, it is important, because if this man, if Mr. Kaikai will not be the former chief immigration officer, if he not be make this admission publicly, we know for no, say, he don't receive this gift. So it just for BECE, every public official where they at a certain grade, if you declare your assets, we all get access for CM and begin ask them questions there now, because God knows how many other people might also have received gifts for several things them. So somebody gives somebody contract, and after a few months, you see that person the way he give that contract, they send him a certain gift. It may be buy for a motor car, or he help and build or some side. All of these things, they happen in our society. And so when we talk about corruption, it happen in several forms. But like I say, we not point and but corruption yet. We are just talking about the possibilities until the law itself take its course. But let's now talk to Melvin. Good morning, Melvin.
Good morning to you and to listeners.
So you been there, and we see live as the former chief immigration officer, they make that admission about getting 3 very, very expensive motor car them as gifts. When he make that admission, I mean, were you shocked? Were you surprised? What was the reaction in the room?
Well, firstly, on a positive note, it was quite revealing that he bold enough for indicate that. Mind you, this is a questionnaire where provided by the Committee on Appointment and Public Service that they give all presidential nominees for fill. And most of the time, some man too, you know, say no, I explain, but we need put in questionnaire.
And the Committee of Appointment, do they have the power, like, for investigate some of them things and the way they put in that questionnaire they fulfill?
If there are objections to nomination, yes, they can investigate.
Okay.
And how this objection they can public, yes, can submit petitions with evidence before the committee, then the committee can take them from there. But what we don't see over here is people can just grumble and then corner them, and now they explore some of their rules or protocol and in our parliament. So it's quite, at that moment, they be quite revealing. So first way come, I say this man, in my mind, I say this man is honest too. And another question again come, wow, what's the gifts and they move towards? Now the ordinary gifts no more, ordinary this party. And what's that party did they do? What's not the relationship and all that. However, if you would listen to the ACC person now, it's very clear. But also don't not forget, not only in the ACC Act, the Constitution itself in section 118, subsection 7, clearly talk about declaration of gifts, where they talk about under loans. So what cannot be established here, or what we need to establish, is the gifts coming as a result or induced as a result of his official capacity, or the other side activities, unless we establish that, it will be very, 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 very difficult. But of course, if you look at the comments yesterday from the leader of government business, that was clearly an embarrassment. And that will be the try for address the press that the media go ahead and publish things that we are not.
And yes, I come to that point
mature.
now, because for me the surprise is now then left for ask the question, say the man reveal this kind explosive detail, and then now in turn the one parliament want for defend the man. I mean, am I understanding this clearly even?
Well, parliament has right to protect witnesses, the right to fair hearing. That's always the diplomatic or procedurality we them go use. But you know, say parliamentarians and journalists them not see the same way. So these frictions them bound for happen, especially who say an independent and a critical media they exist. So of course, parliaments go always, mind you, this is political. This is an appointee from the president. These are somebody where almost all the debaters them praising a grassroots person. These are somebody where from your investigation ferry people them all the way from Pujaun and bring them come for create this occasion. So it was, well, now the media number, I think, as the Honorable Machinima, leader of government business, say, being published and bring this up. So firstly, for thank the media for bringing it out, but also Parliament also for doing their work. Although in this case, it seems as if it's not wholesomely because...
And speaking about that work day, the question now where a lot of people will get, this is a man now where ACC don't tell we say now because of waiting it talk, then don't launch an investigation into them gifts and day. But yet still Parliament go on and get the green lights for make it take the job in an office where Nainga for day in charge of drug law enforcement, and drug barons are very rich. Who is to say they won't influence him with future gifts?
Well, that will coming up on the basis that whether those cars were given to him to influence his handling of our passports and other immigration affairs when he was CIO. If we can establish that, then we can be safe to adduce or to mount more arguments on that. But the fact here remains, Parliament will always independently do their work. It's up to ACC now for come out with an indictment or an exoneration for the person under question. But clearly, it speaks that institutions are at work and persons therefore be careful with their dealings, and definitely if you can't hold public office, then there so you cannot sweep them under the carpet. So demand somebody. Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't it just right for say, okay, we don't hear them kind of details there, and if ACC they say they are investigating, let's just press pause first on accepting your nomination.
That is the deficit of not having an opposition in the parliament. If the opposition never always that flag day, and so we don't see some political theatrics around that issue. We don't see a long years back. But once you don't have an opposition, a government bench can never hold a government or its government into account fully. Because even if Honorable Machinima or the Speaker want for uphold the laws and the rules, we see the other day the Speaker they talk about ambassadors going into countries where the country cannot give green light for let them go, one or two of them, and one named the Nayasu. So it speaks to the fact that the absence of the opposition, checkmating government and government excesses, actions and inactions is a deficit to democratization. So that is the bottom line. If APC then probably don't see much more bigger news out of this news. But whether Parliament acts right, I think that is now up for the court of public opinion and for the ACC for can say, well, if ACC say this man not get no case, it means Parliament acted in good faith. If ACC can say this man get case, it's already going to be a big slap on the face of the Committee on Appointment and Public Service, because they will mean say they not do due diligence. We will not mean say if people in a public get any evidence for that committee, they not for send them back. So it's a vice versa. It's a corporate responsibility between the power holders and the power givers.
And this is the thing now. So going forward, I mean, for a very long time, we've been talking that the asset declaration regime where we get is shrouded in secrecy, because a government official as important as a CIO, for example, will go declare an asset, and we all as public no know. So if you not be make that public admission day, this for just to go down quietly, and nobody not know how much power or how much resources or benefits them government officials don't amass as a result of them position. So how important is it for Parliament for demand for readjust that law they for make public asset declaration be made public so public get access to it.
Asset declaration, I think say for the political class, then go see as a taboo. Then go see as we don't want to risk our security, our investments and liabilities. So I'm not going to ever see the political class, APC or SLPP, go ever support asset declaration being public. That's where the civil society, lobbies, activists, and the media comes into play. This is a classic case that had it been an open process of asset declaration, somebody challenge our mandate openly. But as at now, I will ask you that whether the media are able to use the right to access information and seek clarification from the ACC on certain assets being declared. I don't know if it's provided for by law. If it's not provided for, then there is a need for harmony between the rights of access information and certain confidentiality clauses on the bottom line of public interest. So now, what I will this case say, that man which he talk, we don't declare to ACC. If power only left to ACC, so what if ACC say we don't feel like ECSL, they don't feel for pool breakdown? Can you compel them? How can you compel them? Is the law provided for? So the legal regime already they make room for the unexplained wealth be adequately tackled, because this is boiling to the crime of unexplained wealth. And don't forget, we just get COI where we see some hosts they don't get owner. Then say the old man say the man in the government and be corrupt. Then there was a legal turmoil for that. For us, we not get owner. We now want to see us or business entity we not get owner. Yeah, but here in Sierra Leone, it don't be. And yet, but yet still, we have an asset declaration regime that is confidential as per the laws of the ACC.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
All right. Thank you very much, Melvin Tijaman. Sir, we still have a long way to go when it comes to accountability in this country. So, but let me hear on our thoughts about this. And I mean, I wish everybody go wish for get paddy like the paddy way Mr. Kaikai get to the get and 3 motor car as a gift. But let's hear from you. 799949993. Good morning. Hello. Hello. I'm not getting you quite clearly here. All right, let's just take a quick break and then we'll come. We'll sort out the line.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully.
All right, let's go back. 799949993. Good morning. You're welcome, sir. Come on, yes, near radio set.
Yeah, thank you. Are they far from me, radio?
Okay, go on.
Hello, my country. But let's go to this education business first. For God's sake, a country where we lead that. Take education as in number 1A priority. 5 years down the line, let's see what they happen on this education. Once results come up to the 34,500 results were seized. They don't sit back there. Up to this time, results not come on yet. To know everything about this thing. A doubtful no more as I think will not be for even take education as when you consider the money, 22% of national budget, then they spend on this thing. Teachers, they know they don't class, then a lesson room, all kinds of things. This is very dangerous, and I don't know what you for talk about self. Motorcar 50 buses, then they come. Well, this time around, if there are 50 buses they can, we go say thank God.
All right.
Because they begin to agree with 200 buses. 5 years past, we not see one. Now 50.
Thank you.
Within 5 years, then I think we will get them. Thank you.
All right, let me hear from more people. 799949993. So, what do you think about Mr. Jaya's case? Good morning. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, name was I call from.
I recall from Spike, Mr. Ivan.
Ivan, you're welcome.
Yeah. I want to comment about the former chief immigration officer. You they talk about $20,000 above for one vehicle.
No, I say minimum.
That's minimum for one G-Wagon 500. Brand new one is more than 150,000 euro.
Okay, well, forgive
Brand
me.
new.
Forgive me, I not savvy motor car
I
price.
want to say that, then they take we for granted too much. Nobody no go give somebody 3 vehicles just for free. Now, as you say, a former chief immigration officer, now they go at another institution winner for drugs. Just as you say, like, with drugs dealer, they get money, so. Waiting that man they go do next. Let ACC they investigate that man. And so the parliament will not think they do right thing to we. Somebody like that, therefore, don't set apart for central and place, we're not going to approve the nomination. This all the give me problem in this country. Parliamentarians they will vote for, they're not honest to we in this country. They're not they work for the interests of the people who they vote for we. So we pray that ACC will do an investigation genuinely and bring the story to you back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So all eyes are on ACC 79994993. Let's go. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning again, and Jawad.
Malaika.
Record from Standard.
You're welcome.
Well, actually, I just want to inside this issue with one interview on Abidu with late Samabanya, where being talk about gifts, where as late President Sakasiv in their position, all of a sudden, I think one Lebanese man get a brown Mercedes Benz. But because he was wise, he refused that this day because he knows what thing go there behind that. So these are the same issue. You as a public government worker, you receive them kind of gifts and they. I believe even if the book not tell you, remember say then they send then lawyer not there to anti-corruption. But the man refused that offer day. I believe say that man sent for me do likewise. Of course, Parliament, you know say Parliament many times they don't indict them for their penalty. Remember they queried lawyer Gevao because of saying the truth, and also a vocal member of Parliament, Tawa, he was also queried because of speaking out the truth. So it is not new. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So there's a history we get with gifts and public officials in this country, and this issue, of course, therefore drag all of that to light as well. So watch out. Good morning.
Yeah, Johnny.
You're welcome, Johnny.
Beware of the Greeks when they offer you gifts. This reminds me of some ancient history, the Trojan horse. You know, but like, you see, the nature of gifts, we just for look at very carefully. You will give me that Benz G, whatever you call it, wagon. But like the status where it don't merit the price as when they go buy them brand new. So I said this person don't use that. But when you say, but this is an expensive motor car. But
well, we not see the motor car yet.
Okay,
so we can't say if it's new or not. But whether it's new, they're old.
Okay, whichever nature.
We know they are expensive.
Whichever nature it is, no problem. You see, gifts and gratis. You know, people that receive gratis on almost every daily basis, on a daily basis. Because if you are working at NRA, you are working at trade and industry. You work now at Taki. You pump into any shop, any supermarket and whatnot. They pack tattoo for you, put on a motor, you drive off go. Because of the side they work. So that money they do so assistance to the help and whatnot. So this now something where you know new. It's only that it's alarming because we don't put certain situation and restrictions in systems that now we don't put in place where we check man them, you know, on accounted wealth,
right,
you know, or ill-gotten wealth.
Thank you very much.
It's like, no, just watch no more, but there's more to come.
Okay, more to come indeed. 79994993. We're expecting more of your calls. Let's hear from you guys. What do you think about this? Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, name outside the call we from?
Abubakar Kaba from Kosota.
Sakabai, welcome.
Yes, sir. Jawad, my own problem is with the parliament. Parliament will do the needful for look at it where the president says, but because approve all Jack and Jill, because you are a party, SFV man in a parliament, and SFV president upon them, therefore do due diligence to this business here. And see the CIO, Chief Immigration Officer, they go take 3 motor cars as gifts. Are we stupid in this country? You know, saying a bribery? It's bribery 100%. Or bribery 100%. There's no word for it. Except the word bribery for something where the person will get advantage over the man. That's all, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. We will not resort to calling it names for now until the investigation shows that. But we're just painting the picture. Good morning.
Morning, Jawad.
Amin Samurai, welcome.
Yes. On this education thing, I believe that this for don't teach me a lesson, say politicians they manifesto the way they can make. Not just for the school we no more. Because now we clap, we dance, we do all kinds of things for this education thing. And now when they don't get what they want from we, they don't abandon education now. Now see what they happen there. So this country for landless, from politicians and this plastic program, the way they go and we tell God thank you for this peace alone. Because they like all the panam, we force in the pool. You didn't know say the pool, we angry. In all the pan like business. So tell God thank you when they say peace alone. And for this thing at parliament, for take this, I think the policeman they are there for caution, because I don't get policeman they talk of, they say tips on the job. So this tips on the job now, enough for them because when you take something, when you take tips on the job, they get for investigate you. So tips on the job not again, police officers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 79994993. Let me take a few more calls here. We're a bit over time, but let's go and hear from you guys. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jawad.
Namsak from Central.
Thank you, my brother. I'm so happy for the two issues that we discussed on the radio this morning. One, that one for the education, WAEC. To be honest with you, one thing we are glad for this dialogue with the bring come, both parties are together. They will address most of them here. Jawad, to be honest, so Monday we don't take an institution over 20, 30 years. It's partisan. If they work, if the APC is in power, then in APC, possibility to work for the APC fall. If the APC is in power, in APC, if they work for party, to the continent. So I'm glad the way this dialogue of people together with them problems here. So this way, something that say suit of office is that it's alarming. To be honest, it's really alarming. And this man, Jack, he don't work now overseas. He don't live there. He know what's in the laws of renting and this. It is too alarming. 3 vehicle way, they're so expensive. I mean, man, no, infrastructure don't think wisely. They can give you whatever. Let's go. Because you go cut to public domain. The guy don't cancel. They don't be center of discussion to at your own detriment. So I want to tell you that take you for the program and give you the platform. And I make that this dialogue. Let them party come together. Let them tell the police, yeah, where you work now? Work for saloon. No right. For party. Thank you very much, Jawad.
Thank you very much. Okay, so 79994993. Let me just put through 2 more calls here, and then we'll say goodbye here for this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, salam alaikum. Godman from John.
Welcome, Godman.
Yeah, God bless you and God bless you all. And about this gift, the gifts back again, would be plead back for the police, them traffic police them back. Anti-corruption, yeah, the shots for we back. And again, and this now the same thing we did talk about Dr. Singh. By right, let it come monitor back. There, if elect this government, let it come monitor back. Let God bless you all.
Okay. Godman from John Lynn. So one last call here, and then we'll wrap it up. It's 9:38 from City Clock. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jawad.
Mr. Rogers from Juba.
Yes, sir. In first place, my boss man be land me job. Actually, the job he land me, I get me on area of it. But anytime we things and difficult with me, they apply me some of the methods that when my boss man be land me. Another education. That man they don't promote him for go be chief minister. But at least certain things they need them for they still discuss them with them. Not to abandon the place. People they talk say this education we don't kind don't self. Why we ungrateful so? Secondly, I've been giving gifts to somebody who are the primary school. What in Papa go tell me, family, what in them do me? From that time, another give gift to somebody no more. And again, the man he make like say he very honest, but he knows say the honesty we get for do they embark in job because getting 3 vehicles at this country now, then give gift no more. The man and my brother, but if you can't share your Nancy, I mean your contribution.
All right, that's the last call we can put through for now. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for trying the line. And if you don't get time, keep trying again. Mina Mohammed Jawad. Thanks to Choice FM for linking us this morning. And Slick TV, we've been live on channel 37 as well. Mina Mohammed Jawad. Don't forget, be here with us for the rest of the day and enjoy our day's broadcast.
Yo, family on a cover, this is CJ Mark. I get the mojo. Feel me? Biggest carnival, all team mix. When I all come, let me come mix. Will it take place on the 16th of December at Moriton Field.